Okay. My next question to open to the floor is, how do you guys deal with accumulation of resources and people? Because you guys know how I do it as an SP7. I just want to know how it's different for you guys.
Ooh, you go is because I'm curious about SOSX rather from like that standpoint.
I'm not very good at it.
Okay, let's reframe the question. Let's include resources to include human resources.
Human resources.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can collect.
I mean, granted, guys, I view everybody as a resource, so that's why it's easy for me.
Oh my god.
I think, I feel like I compensate with social for my lack of SP. I don't know if that's technically how it works, but I feel like that's how it works in my life. Because I am not good at gathering resources for myself. I'm not, whether it's down to the practical stuff, like do we have enough food in the house? You know, is there enough toilet paper in the house? Like the basics, you know, to like money, to like just having the things I need. I'm not very good at making sure that I have the things I need. Until I run out, I don't even notice them. And so I think that I rely on social because other people remind me that I need things. Just by them existing. Like, I'll be at work and I'll know it's lunchtime because people start getting up and saying, oh, I'm going to go to lunch. Otherwise, I would just sit there all day and not realize.
You're
and then
so innocent. Like, you're such a kind person. Like, I'm just like listening to you, and I'm like, what the heck? Like,
you're like, how does she survive?
It's like, look at me, great guys, I'm here. When is lunch? I'm just kind of like, oh.
It's true, and people will do. I mean, for whatever reason, they'll say to me, "Hey, it's time to go to lunch. Go to lunch. Have you gone to lunch yet?" In every scenario, in every job I've ever had, like even if I don't know the people, they will just automatically. There'll be some person who's like, "Hey, you haven't eaten yet, have you? You should get up and go eat." So I'm like, okay.
Damn.
We love our significant others for that, right?
Well,
you both have SX in your stack, okay? As the resident selfish in this room, okay?
Yeah, or I'll just go to her house and get what I need from her.
Damn.
A power move.
Wow. Just wow.
You have SP though, Leon, right?
Oh, we ain't over this. Like, is Leon SXS? Oh, is Leon SXSP? Oh my god! Like, at this point, I'm willing to take SXSX.
SXSX. I'm just a double sexual. That's what I am.
That's why I'm so far. I have double SX. Oh my god!
Wait, are you saying that you're like SX or your SP and your SO is just so bad equally then?
I have maybe I'm just like I'm a big thought energy in my head. I'm a big thought.
I can't.
But with the here's the thing. Like, I had to like reframe the question for but also for myself, because like I view pupils. Oh, telling. I view people as like sources of affection and intimacy, because like. That's the end goal, sis. Closeness, intimacy. And it used to be longing, but we've been through enough therapy to realize that longing is just a coping mechanism to escape from another coping mechanism.
I like I say we've been through a lot of therapy, but I have never heard of this before, so continue.
Oh my god!
It's a collective effort. Go ahead.
But yeah, like for people, I just like, because I know like I'm very managerial when it comes to relationship. I'm just like, okay, you're doing this, I'm doing this, like if something's wrong, we gonna fix it. Because to me, that relationship, once I value you, like not even from a useful standpoint, it's just like I value you from a very, very, very irrational standpoint. It's just like, okay, I'll use all of my resources to like preserve that relationship. Mm.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I'm called obsessive.
Yeah, I can't relate to either of you guys. I mean, good thing you guys have to reframe the question, which is, thank goodness for being sevens also. Because, like, when I read the description, like, SP7s use people as tools, like, that's the one that hit me. Like, oh my goodness, I'm actually mean. Like, I was like, oh no, I need to fix this. Because, like, I just see people as, like, what they can bring to the table. Like, I don't really see why that's, I don't know, people may think it's ethically, ambiguous or ethically, like, doubtful to see people only as tools, but, like, when I enter a room, I can instantly, like, tell, like, who I can use right away. I just make a snap judgment on them, and of course that judgment changes over the period of time that I'm spending time with this person. But I like, unlike Yuli, like, I don't see it as, like, trying to seek intimacy or like anything like that. Like, I don't have that I guess mentality that I'm, like, staring at a person hoping to get closer with them. It's, if anything, I'm trying to seek to create more distance between me and this person, because the more distance I have, the more I can look at them from a petri dish kind of like mentality. Like, if someone can, like, examine you and, like, from the most, like, I guess, sexual blind, most removed as possible, like, a lot of the times, like, when I say things to friends, they kind of get shocked sometimes with the words I would say, because I would just say something like, oh yeah, that person's like this because they don't have friends, and then they're like, whoa dude, like, little blunt there. And I was like, oh, I thought he knew, and then I would list out all the things that would make sense to me. And I'm like, can you argue against it? Because it's like, I haven't seen anything that would otherwise change my idea of him as what else can he bring to the table? Like, I have friends who can bail me out of jail, or I have friends who can drive for me. I have friends who can cook for me. Not that I want them to. It's just that, they fulfill the role rather neatly somehow, and I've just kind of, like, organized my life around that. And it makes for starting relationships very hard because, like, everyone's like, you gotta be, like, cool and vulnerable and, like,